A lot is going on with the ratings.
Sun Fever game averaged .34 rating and drew a nice 624,000 viewers on NBA TV.
The most viewed game on their network,
making it the most watched game of the season on the network.
Caitlin Clark is doing it again, shattering records, silencing doubters, and filling every arena she steps into.
Fever Sun game on NBA TV was at 624,000 viewers. The Sky and Liberty game on ESPN did at 606,000 viewers.
Whether you love her game or just can't look away, the numbers don't lie. She's carrying the WNBA to new heights.
The most watched game of the season on the network. The previous high was 581,000 for the Fever against the Dream last month.
Before we dive in, drop a comment below if you're rocking with Caitlin Clark. Are you Team Clark all the way? Let us know how far you think she can take the Fever this season. Smash that like button if you think Caitlin deserves more credit for what she's doing for women's basketball. Now let's break down the numbers, the fan frenzy, and the facts they don't want you to know.
Caitlin Clark makes her return. Caitlin Clark back in action, and 300,000 people showed up.
Caitlin Clark isn't just playing the game. She's rewriting how the game is watched. The latest proof? Her matchup against the Connecticut Sun just torched the ratings chart.
This 624,000 is the equivalent of like 4 million viewers on ABC. Crazy, crazy high for NBA TV.
The Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun game on NBA TV pulled in an astonishing 624,000 viewers, making it the most watched WNBA game ever on that network.
Caitlin Clark, Connecticut Sun game, that Fever game versus the Sun the other night, drew 620,000 plus viewers on NBA TV. It was the biggest NBA TV game of the year from a WNBA standpoint.
Let that sink in. We're talking about NBA TV, a channel available in half as many homes as ESPN. And yet, Caitlin's game still outdrew the Sky vs. Liberty matchup, which aired on ESPN just days earlier.
Drew 624,000 on NBA TV, more than the Sky versus Liberty on ESPN.
ESPN reaches around 68 million households, while NBA TV reaches only about 33 million.
ESPN is available in approximately 68 million pay TV households in the United States. So the reach is essentially double. As of May 2025, NBA TV is available in approximately 33.3 million television households. That's huge.
And yet Caitlin's game came out on top. This proves one thing. When Caitlin Clark plays, people show up.
606,000 and 150% more than the network average this NBA season.
No matter the network, no matter the time slot, analysts estimate that if the Fever versus Sun game had aired on ESPN or ABC instead of NBA TV, it likely would have topped 1.5 to 2.2 million viewers.
Connecticut Sun and Indiana Fever game been on ESPN. It's probably doing 1.5 to 2.2 million viewers.
That's Super Bowl energy for a regular season WNBA game. And it's all driven by one name, Caitlin Clark. To add perspective, Caitlin's presence alone adds hundreds of thousands of extra viewers.
The Indiana Fever, if they played on ESPN, it would be a minimum of 1.5 million. A minimum of 1.5 mil. Like, it is scary.
The last time the Fever played on NBA TV without her, they drew around 357,000 viewers. With her, over 600K.
Fever versus Wings. It is the second highest viewed game of all time. And still, more viewership than Wemby versus Steph. More viewership than Ant versus LeBron. More viewership than KD versus Wemby. More viewership than LeBron versus Zion.
That's more than a 300,000 viewer boost, all because she's on the court. And this isn't a one-off. Caitlin is leading the charge in what is fast becoming a WNBA ratings revolution. She's outperforming games that include stars with signature shoe deals and elite resumes.
Caitlin Clark just destroyed NBA games on NBA TV, and it beat the Sky Liberty on ESPN by 22,000 viewers.
No disrespect to other great players, but no one moves the needle like Caitlin does right now. And here's the kicker. The WNBA is not even releasing ratings for some games without Caitlin.
And yeah, it does mean something. It does. Proves a lot of people right about a lot of things.
Why? Because they're scared of the comparison. Her impact is so massive, they don't want you to see the drop-off when she's not involved. This is no longer about just basketball. It's about visibility, marketability, and undeniable star power. And Caitlin Clark is the epicenter of it all.
The Fever Sun on NBA TV drew more than the Sky vs. Liberty on ESPN.
Caitlin Clark isn't just dominating on the stat sheet. She's transforming every arena she steps into a sold-out spectacle. What we're witnessing is more than basketball. It's a nationwide phenomenon. Across the league, the Indiana Fever's road games are starting to look and sound like home games. Whether they're in Chicago, Dallas, or heading to Golden State, arenas are jam-packed with fans, and most of them are there for Caitlin. At nearly every stop on the Fever's schedule, crowds are turning out early just to catch a glimpse of her warm-ups. Entire families are showing up in Clark jerseys, holding up homemade signs, hoping to get autographs. Tickets that once went unsold for WNBA games are now hard to come by, and secondary market prices have surged. Even WNBA opponents are benefiting. When the Fever come to town, every team sees a bump in attendance. In fact, the demand is so high that several teams have relocated games to larger venues. A rare move in WNBA history. Clark's presence is literally changing how franchises plan their seasons.
Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever fans have been called every single name under the sun. They have been called out by players in the WNBA. The media has, you've seen it. We've talked about it here. You can't miss it on social media every single day. There is some media personality saying something bad about Caitlin Clark's fans, calling the fans names, saying that they are not there for basketball. They're just following Caitlin because she's white, or they're trying to push a certain agenda.
Let's be clear. This kind of fan engagement doesn't happen by accident. Caitlin's unique mix of elite shooting, flashy passing, and fierce competitiveness has captured the imagination of both longtime basketball fans and casual viewers. She's got that it factor, the thing you can't coach, can't teach, and can't ignore. Even in markets like New York, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas, where the WNBA already has an established fan base, the Caitlin effect is undeniable. When she's in the building, it's an event. Local media covers it differently. National outlets show up. Celebrities are courtside. It's reminiscent of when LeBron first entered the league. Except now, it's happening in women's basketball. And it's not just about numbers or noise. It's about culture. Caitlin is bringing in new fans. Young girls who now dream of being WNBA stars because they've seen one up close. She's converting casual spectators into dedicated fans.
Caitlin Clark always show love to her fans.
So we're going on vacation to Las Vegas, and we are going to go see Caitlin Clark at the Indiana Fever against the Aces.
No way!
We already have tickets.
Really?
Really?
Thank you.
Row A. No one in front of us, but we're the very top level. That's all we can do.
Correlation stated, Caitlin Clark saw the video. I hope the little girl has the best time at the game. So I'm guessing the mom wrote a comment under Caitlin Clark post or whatnot. She stated, "My daughter is so excited to see you play in Vegas, praying a Hail Mary for your speedy recovery and hoping you'll be able to play by then. Hashtag Caitlin Clark, hashtag Indiana Fever." Caitlin Clark immediately, 6 minutes later, stated, "Check your DM." Caitlin goes out her way for the people that support her.
And in doing so, she's expanding the entire footprint of the league. Even opposing coaches have acknowledged it. When Caitlin comes to town, the crowd feels different. That's not hype, that's impact. The Fever may not yet be dominating in the standings, but when it comes to influence, revenue, and reach, they are the league's biggest attraction. And Caitlin Clark is the undeniable reason. She's not just filling seats, she's building bridges, attracting attention from new demographics, and reshaping the WNBA's business model in real time.
Caitlin Clark always show love to her fans. I seen it firsthand personally. Caitlin Clark moved the crowd all the way to the tunnel to sign every kid autograph. And I promise you, she signed autographs every bit of 45 minutes.
From Indiana to California, everywhere she goes, fans follow. And that's the kind of superstar the league has been waiting for. Love her or hate her, you're still watching Caitlin Clark. And that's exactly why she's the most important player in the WNBA right now. While her fans fill arenas and buy jerseys in record numbers, another group, her critics, are fueling the fire just as much. Social media is overflowing with takes, memes, clips, and arguments centered around one name, Caitlin Clark.
We saw the Caitlin Clark effect last season. We saw the influx of millions of new fans, billions of dollars in revenue that came to the WNBA, and that was supposed to come to the WNBA this season.
You can't win a game without Caitlin Clark.
She's already starting on fire, man. She's ready to go. Look, jersey lifted up. Oh, throwing the jersey. Swing it around your head like a helicopter, then leaves the building. All right.
She's the conversation 24/7. And ironically, the more people try to tear her down, the bigger she gets. Across X, formerly Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, entire fan accounts from rival teams like the Sky and Wings spend more time talking about Clark than their own rosters.
A lot of these Caitlin Clark hating fans, not only can they not use spending their money to go to games, they're not even spending their time to watch games. They're just going to be on Twitter, tweeting out negative things about Caitlin Clark.
They're retweeting every foul she takes, every fall to the floor, every gotcha clip they can post. But here's the twist, that engagement drives viewership, commentary, and attention. And it all circles back to Caitlin. These hate watchers tune in just hoping to see her stumble. But whether they admit it or not, they're still showing up. And that's more than can be said for some of their own favorite teams. While Clark games pull in 600,000 plus viewers, some other teams are playing to empty seats and underwhelming numbers. People may criticize Caitlin, but they're not ignoring her. This hate watch phenomenon actually helps the WNBA's growth. Networks don't care whether viewers love or hate the player on the screen. They care about the numbers. And right now, Caitlin Clark's games are the only consistent ratings juggernauts in the league.
Every time Caitlin Clark's on CBS, they can't wait to put it on their website. Oh my gosh, this game did so amazing. Oh my goodness.
Let's also talk about the narrative warfare around her. Some critics say she doesn't deserve the attention, that she's overhyped, that other players are more established. But numbers don't lie. She's drawing more eyeballs than any of them, whether it's outscoring players with signature shoe deals, outperforming veterans in jersey sales, or commanding national headlines. Caitlin is setting a bar the rest of the league is now forced to chase. This backlash isn't just about sports, it's cultural.
Sun Fever game averaged .34 rating and drew a nice 624,000 viewers on NBA TV.
The most viewed game on their network,
making it the most watched game of the season on the network.
Some of the hate directed at her is rooted in resentment over how quickly she's become a face of the league. But ask yourself, when was the last time this many people cared this much about a regular season WNBA game? When was the last time a player's every move was covered by national sports media and debated online like this? There's even frustration about the way she plays. Bold, brash, confident, and unapologetically competitive. She taunts, she talks, she plays with fire, and yes, that gets under people's skin, but that's also exactly what makes a superstar. We don't remember legends because they played it safe. We remember them because they owned the moment. Caitlin Clark owns every moment she's in.
Caitlin Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey. So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlin Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one.
I love watching her score and just everything about her.
They went the extra mile just to watch her play here.
This is great news for women's basketball, period.
Rachel Nichols compared Caitlin's treatment to Steph Curry, and it's accurate. Just like Curry was targeted with physical defense because no one could match his skill, Clark is being roughed up every night because opponents can't match her shooting or floor vision.
Rachel Nichols as well, speaking about Caitlin Clark.
So, yeah, I don't think the WNBA is going to be any more lenient than the NBA. Look, I mean, we've seen Steph Curry that you mentioned beat up like this for years. I mean, that is basically the game plan against Steph Curry, is just try to out physical him and beat him up a little bit, because of course you can't match the skill level. So I think the W has sort of taken a page from that. But so far, she's been able to handle everything that's been thrown at her. I don't really worry about her toughness. She might be her own enforcer. So we'll just have to see.
I mean,
so yeah, I don't think the W.
And I think Rachel Nichols actually has a point here when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Them taking this almost Steph Curry-like approach to her.
She's drawn fouls, taken hits, and bounced back every time. And she's doing it with grace under pressure. That's not just talent, that's toughness. Behind the scenes, Clark has put in the work. She added serious muscle in the offseason, anticipating the grind ahead. While others talk, she prepares. And that's the kind of dedication that separates good players from transformational icons. And here's the final truth. People don't hate players who don't matter. The noise around Caitlin Clark proves her significance. If she wasn't dominating the league, no one would care. But they do. They care a lot. And even if they tune in hoping she fails, they're still part of the audience she commands. At the end of the day, every view counts. And Caitlin Clark is the reason millions are watching, whether it's to cheer her, boo her, or simply witness history. The WNBA doesn't need everyone to love her. They just need her on the screen. And as long as Caitlin's there, the ratings and the cultural buzz will keep going up.
A lot of the women that don't watch basketball want to know why all the guys love Caitlin Clark. This is why. All right? She's an athlete, bruh. We love athletes. We love hoopers.
Caitlin Clark is more than just a rookie. She's a revolution. She's bringing in millions of viewers, filling every seat in the house, and forcing the entire sports world to pay attention. Whether it's love or hate, applause or criticism, she's the story. And she's only getting started. If you've made it this far, you know the truth. Caitlin Clark is the biggest thing to happen to the WNBA in decades. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below. Were you watching that record-breaking game? Have you been to a Fever game yet? What do you think Caitlin's impact will be by the end of the season?
We saw the Caitlin Clark effect last season. We saw the influx of millions of new fans, billions of dollars in revenue that came to the WNBA, and that was supposed to come to the WNBA this season.
You can't win a game without Caitlin Clark.
Make sure to like this video, subscribe for more WNBA heat, and turn on notifications, because we're dropping real-time updates, highlights, and stories you won't see anywhere else. Caitlin Clark is changing the game, and right here, we're documenting it every step of the way. Until next time, protect the star, respect the hustle, and keep supporting women's basketball.